Charles once said, "What is soul? It's like electricity. We don't really know what it is, but it's a force that can light a room." It's true, most of us don't really know how electricity really works. Today I'll explain to you how an electrical outlet is installed. The first step in the process is to find a stud. You're doing this when you're building a house usually, and you nail the box, which I already did, about a hammer's length up from the floor. Then after that, you get the wires that are going into the box, and in this case there are two, and strip them with a knife, but I didn't bring the knife. So you just strip them, go like that, pull the sheathing off of it, and take off this, which is covering the ground wire, which is now bare, and do that for both of them, which I'll do here. And after that, take the hammer and knock a hole in the top and the bottom, and basically you just, the wire will be coming from somewhere else, and you stick this in here so that there's a little bit of sheathing inside of the box. You don't want a lot, but then again, you don't want the wire showing from the top. And after you stick that in there, take your hammer and put one of these white staples and nail it into the stud pretty close to the box. Like that. I don't know if you guys can see over there, but then you do the same thing for the bottom. And this is to ensure that the wire does not move around, and it ensures that you want to stay put in the middle of the stud, or else there's a possibility that a nail from something else could hit it while you're building. So after you nail those two down, if it goes up more, you might have to staple it up on the stud up here, but since I don't have any, I don't have to do that. So you have these 6 wires. 2 of them are white, 2 of them are black, and 2 of them are have no sheathing on them. So you take your wire strippers, which is this tool, and you just put it in the hole that fits it. Since this is 14 gauge wire, you just put it in the hole that's labeled 14, and you just push it together like scissors kind of. And you do that for all of the wires that have encasing around it. And then you also have to do it for 3 other wires. And I'll do this now. You're taking the sheathing off of them so you can connect them together, which I will do in a minute. So I have these bare, and I have these bare. So now I can take a wire and wire nut similar colors together. So they're the whites, and you just line them up, and then take the wire nut and screw it on like that with your hand. It's not very difficult. You just do that until it's tight. And then what I'm doing right now is connecting all of the wires together. So the black is where the power is coming from. The white is where the power is going. It's the neutral, and the bare wire right here is the ground, and that's just for safety, basically. So after you wire nut them all together, you push them back into the box and just kind of fold them, push them back, and you have these 3 wires, which are pigtailed off the main ones. And with those, you strip the ends of those also. And the stripped ends of these will go into the outlet. So you have a basic outlet like you see on the wall. And on it there are silver screws and gold screws. You put the black into the screws that are gold, and there's just a hole in the back of them. It's really simple. You just push it in the hole and it kind of clicks and locks in there. Then the white you put in the silver. And for the ground, you kind of have to take a wire cutter and turn it like a candy cane sort of shape. And then you wrap that around the screen screw. And then take Phillips and screw that down until it's pretty tight. That's just holding the wire. Then you just push all the wires back like that and take your Phillips again and screw the top and bottom screw into the box. The screws come with the outlets, so they'll be there when you buy the outlet. And usually when you're doing this, there is a wall, but in this case there isn't, so. But it does happen, like in basements that aren't finished, you just put in the outlet like that. Then, to finish it off, you take a white plate like this, and just put it over it, and there's a screw in the middle, and you screw that in with a flathead until it's pretty tight. And that will make it so little kids can't go inside the box and mess it up and stuff, shock themselves. So there you go. You get it tighter usually, but you have a finished outlet there. So in conclusion, power and usefulness of electricity is ineluctable. Just think of what the world would be like without outlets. And I hope next time you look at a vacant wall, you realize that it's not really vacant, but that there are wires inside of it and power that each one of us and a myriad of people throughout the world are using every day.